I wanted to answer a question that I often get asked. What in the world is an ad screenshot? And why do I have to do that? So, if you've ever worked at an agency or a DSP, you've probably been asked to take screenshots of an ad campaign, by your client. Chances are they've asked you to take some screenshots of the campaign showing up on the sites that it's run on, and put it in a PowerPoint or PDF, or maybe just send us a zip file of all the different images. So this is often referred to as ad screenshots, tear sheets, campaign screens, proofs. There's a bunch of different names for it, but it's essentially just a visual, a preview, a receipt of an ad on a page that it ran on, and it's meant to give confirmation to the client that the ad is live and also give them sort of a preview of those ads that are running. So where did this stem from? So when I look back, this all came from the newspaper advertising industry. And so what typically would happen is advertisers would ask the newspaper to tear out, hence the term tear sheet, tear out the page of the newspaper that contained the advertisement, put it in an envelope, and send it off to us. And that'll sort of be like a receipt, or like basically the invoice. And so once they receive that, then the newspaper could be paid for the advertisement they ran. And they've kept this requirement until today, when obviously the advertising industry is completely different. Almost everything is digital, and almost everything is run programmatically. So this becomes a lot harder. You can't just find an ad in the wild to take a screenshot of. And so this really makes the process much harder, much more time consuming, and yet still is a requirement. And so what a lot of companies are doing now, they're either passing this off to their ad operations teams, their account management teams, or campaign managers. And so this is like another task that they have to do on the side from their actual real job of improving the performance of the ad campaigns that are running. And that's really what they need to focus on. And so, we would just recommend that at a very minimum, try to build some process around this. You can also outsource this. There are lots of BPOs and different companies like that. You probably already work with some like that. It still takes a lot of time, right? Somebody's doing this and spending a lot of time. Look at some way of automating at least a portion of this process, if not the entire process, and taking it off your team's plates. At Ad Reform, we automate this task. Our focus is trying to look at some of these back office tasks that teams are doing, like screenshots, and see how we can make this more efficient, how we can automate this, how we can take this off your plate. And so I would just recommend at a very minimum that you look at building some process around this. It's a big time suck for agencies and DSPs and anybody that's doing advertising on behalf of a client. And it's really not your main job. It's not improving the performance of your campaign. So hopefully this was helpful. We plan to put out a bunch of other videos to focus on some of these tedious kind of back office tasks that ad agencies are doing, and try to give helpful tips on how to improve those processes and how to make them more efficient for you. Until next time, check us out at adreform.com, and we'd love to chat. Cheers.